The exact date of birth of Robert Hall, known as the Glasgow Glutton, is unknown. However, he got his nickname due to winning eating competitions. Rab Hall lived on the streets of the city after his mother asked him to leave home as she could no longer afford to keep him in food. It's thought he found employment as a farm servant or agricultural labourer, but quickly abandoned settled employment for the idle rostering life of a vagrant on the streets of Glasgow. To earn money, he began taking part in eating competitions and consumed vast quantities of food, leading him to have a large frame and even larger stomach. He wandered all over the west of the country and was fond of horse racing, fox hunting and hare coursing, but what he really enjoyed these meetings for was the food on offer and the unlimited quantities of drink. These were supplied to him occasionally by those who knew his passion for eating and drinking and were eager to see just how much he could devour. He loved nothing more than when anyone foolishly agreed to bet on his eating quantities. It was often said that those who staked their money on him and his food consumption were rarely out of pocket. Glasgow was where he generally lived, and he was happy to sleep wherever he could, in any stable or straw house, which gave him shelter for the night. He was rarely seen physically fighting, his weight probably behind this, but he could hold his own verbally when arguing with someone. When he died, he was found to have fallen asleep inebriated and had suffocated on the straw on which he lay. His death caused shock to all those who knew him, and that was many in the West, who knew him mostly for the eccentricity of his manners and his appearance. He was kitted out only in rags, made up of 3 and sometimes 4 pairs of trousers, with as many jackets. It's recorded that he won various wagers by several noblemen and gentlemen due to his insatiable appetite, and he was a great favourite amongst them, frequently getting his food and drink at their houses. He was a Victorian curiosity to them, and they enjoyed watching him consume the food and drink well beyond their own capabilities. Once, Rab returned to the city having been on a trip to Rothsay, when 2 gentlemen wagered that he couldn't eat 7 pounds of ship's biscuit. He heard of the wager and was happy to oblige. He began the challenge with gusto, but the biscuit was proving too hard to break down in his mouth and began hurting his jaws. As a result, this was one of the very few occasions he had to concede, having eaten about 4 pounds of them. The men betting on Rab to win, however, knew the depths of his stomach and were surprised by the defeat. This turned out to be a bit of a ruse. Rab wasn't happy with the hard biscuit defeating him, so he turned to the men and asked if they wanted to double their bets, and he would sup a peck of oatmeal made into brose. The gentleman asked if he was not full, having eaten the biscuit that he'd managed so far, but he replied he wasn't, just that his jaw hurt. He then began to work the brose in his mouth and managed to finish the biscuits, leaving nothing but the empty cog. How he managed to eat it all was simply remarkable. One day, while he was lazing about on the Broomielaw, he went into a house for a drink of water, but the woman happened not to have any in the house at the time, so she asked Rab to take a seat while she went to get some from a nearby well. During the time she was away, Rab helped himself to the stone of potatoes the woman had prepared for herself and her family. When she returned, she asked where they'd gone. He replied that he was very dry and believed the potatoes would quench his thirst. Soon afterwards, he found himself near Hawkhead House, where there was a group of gentlemen. Wishing to pass the time, they decided to try and see Rab gorge more food, simply for their own amusement. One of the men there said to Rab that he had bet with another gentleman in the party that he could eat half a calf. Rab didn't ask how the meat would be served before committing to the task, and agreed. As it happened, the meat had been processed to be baked in pies, and when they were ready, he said to Rab that he might partake of a pie until the calf was ready. He ate one pie after another until he'd eaten the whole calf, with the exception of a solitary pie. It came, and he was told to eat it as well. Rab shouted out, "I canna do that, you ken, the calf's to come yet." He hadn't realised. There were many stories like this about Rab. He simply had the capacity to eat. But it was one particular contest in which he gained his reputation, when he went up against his English counterpart, the Yorkshire pudding, at a pie-eating contest held in the Saracen's Head Inn in the Gallowgate area of the city. Rab won. On Wednesday, 22nd November 1843, a number of Rab's associates plied him with a lot of meat and drink. Their generosity wasn't lost on him, who ate eagerly. Later that evening, he was seen drunkenly making his way along Stockwell Street Bridge towards Hutchinson Town in the Gorbals. He found shelter in the hayloft belonging to Mr. Whitelaw, where he died, and was taken to the police office, where further investigation into his death got underway. He purportedly died partly due to the drink he'd consumed, and partly by suffocating on the straw bed. Today, the city remembers Rab Hall, the Glasgow Glutton. There is a pub and restaurant named after him at the corner of Hutchison Street and Garth Street in the Merchant City. If you enjoyed this episode of Scotland's History, please like, comment and subscribe. Until next time, thank you for watching.